We achieved a victory. The losses were actually a lot closer than usual. It's really, really fun. Oh my god. Like, one of the happiest things about this, like, about Thrones of Britannia, is when they announced that they were making a different siege map for every single major settlement. It's really cool. Like, there's so much variation in the different sieges. And even though, like, with Warhammer 2, like, it was... I feel that the design choice behind having that wall there to just attack a single wall, that's because, for the most part, in Total War, when you're doing a siege battle, it's just pushing against a single wall. Like, the enemy lines up in one particular place, you line in one particular place, the battle is decided at the wall, and then it's just sort of finishing up from there. Is usually how most of these non-multiplayer battles work out. But it's fun. Like, I love, even if I don't get to use it, I still love seeing the huge siege map and just imagining what it would look like having all these gigantic armies with multiple players all attacking a huge settlement in which there's not enough room to put all your archers, and so you do actually have to use those multi-layered levels of defenses. It's so fun to imagine, even if I don't ever actually get to do it. These huge siege maps are worth it. We could liberate Fortuna. They do used to be our allies. Or we could take it for ourselves, which would be a lot more fun because it's big. I think I'm gonna occupy it.
Immediately.
Does that affect our legitimacy any? No. Good. It would be better if I took it and got some allies back, but that's okay. Let's get a new governor in place. Rygan just finished commanding his own little mini army, so we'll grab him. We've taken another major settlement, which is a big benefit for me. Big cost for them. Oh, did I not? Yes. Good. Yes, it's a sign. Good. Our next major target is Circenn, which has a... whoa, quite a hefty garrison. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're going to really need to raise a few more men in order to take that. Let's grab... 865 by 3. 268 per food. Let's grab 3 axemen.
My warriors are unparalleled.
Generally, when it comes to building forces, if I was actually like focusing on trying to get a good, well-rounded force, generally I'd focus on sword units, followed by spear units, followed by axe infantry, followed by bows, including crossbows, then the cavalry, then the skirmishers, and then the artillery. And then, if I wanted for lols, probably a single unit of warhounds to chase down the final enemies that are fleeing. Sword infantry are superb against infantry. They are going to be your bread and butter when it comes to lines of men against lines of men. Axe infantry are very good at armored units. So once you come against like really well armored units, these sort of elite swords, once technology has progressed far enough, you really need to start going into axemen instead to cut through that thick armor that the swords can't get through. It says like, okay, 26 melee damage compared to 38 melee damage. The sword bands are clearly more powerful, but of that, the minor details is that this has 15 armor piercing damage, whereas the swords only have 6. So against a completely fully armored unit, the axes are very superior. Spear infantry aren't really for the fight, they're more for holding. If you are planning to do a rear charge with the cavalry, generally you want to have spearmen so that they can hold long enough to actually hold and not run away and die. Love fighting with a unit, then withdrawing them and bringing in fresh troops and really utilizing every part of your army is very satisfying. Yes, I fully agree there. Like keeping an eye on their energy bars, their stamina, and then psyching out troops once they get very tired. I'm not certain about the effectiveness, but it certainly feels very good, and it feels very effective. Hey, welcome back, JJ. How do your quest for good internet go?
We will not fail you.
We're finished with that unit for this turn. We don't have enough money to build anything, so we'll just end. And watch as Letharn is taken over by a 17-stack army, which seems a bit of a waste, really. Hey, that's okay, man. So long as you can watch. Ah, something in your port was hogging the bandwidth. Yeah. Was it someone else, or was it you updating something? Or downloading videos? Ah, thanks, man. We're spotting this.
The men are eager to get to it.
Alright, the Night Wolves are just going to... Well, there's not much point in taking forays, because this single unit will take over it again, and it's just going to slow us down. Again, do we even have the units to take out Archidon? I'm not certain. Let's hop out into port. And I'll come back to thinking about that later. For now, let's bring you over to take out Toughness. Sack it or no? Is it gonna make it back? Yeah, probably. We'll sack it. Then we'll occupy it once we've taken the money. We'll take Taunter, see if it has levels. It does. We'll dismantle the buildings for extra gold. That is how you do a torch and burn. Circenn. It'll be worth it, but
Command the longships.
How about
We're about to make landfall.
Recruit a few more units before we head out? Yeah, we've got the extra food now. We can do that. Oh, well, actually, we won't be able to because we won't have the food afterwards. But fuck it. Let's take crossbowman, axe, and axe. Hop into the port again, and come across. We're going to go for Archidon. If we don't have enough men to take the walls, we can just take, surround them. Starve them out. Enter. I'm still contemplating whether I want, I'm still contemplating when exactly to start downgrading buildings for the money increase, and also mostly just for trying to keep ahead of wherever their army is going to be marching. Ooh, some more factions down. Governor is leveled up. He has full loyalty. Oh, so good. Let's grab... So I can grab Governance for money, Bard for morale in the area, Forager for food, Pillager for nothing, for if we get attacked. I think I'll take... So it's either food or money. Food or money, food or money, food or money, food or money. Say scrap.
Bravery is legendary.
Ooh.
Across the high seas.
Sitting here for a little bit. Our supplies aren't actually going down while we're on the sea. Supplies are very strange on the sea. They're going to be...
Can't be done. For the glory of the
Well, they're going to take a bit. We can actually swing over to Rosmersin. I'm curious about where the border is between Rosmersin and Eritredan, because we could get just a little bit more units if the territory is beneficial to us. Now they've come in and they're moving near for raids. We can grab someone new. Let's say the spear infantry.
The men are eager to get to it.
And we'll just have him sitting around. Just glare across and threaten Guthrum, the general. Mahoney says, in Shogun 2, I took an army and a fleet and went up and down a coastline far away, landed the army, took the castle town, sacked, jumped back in the ship, went up the coast, landed, took a castle town, sacked. Ah, yes, you were the Japanese pirates! Oh, that's awesome! Oh, that's a really good way to make a whole lot of money. And also piss off a whole lot of people. But it works so nicely for, like, actually denying them resources. Missile drills and tactics.
War is what we do best.
Alright,
On those
let's see what the border's like.
immediately.
I'm not so certain if he's going to be able to take these territories nowadays.
We sail with the tide. All ashore.
Yeah, we can do it. Without them rioting?
Glory of the gale.
Oh, that's hard. 'Cause usually they go absolutely nuts. We're going to lose toughness within 2 turns. So I think it dismantles at the start of my turn rather than the end of my turn. But it is providing a bit of food at the moment. Like 10 food. Oh, yes, of course! You can just put in tax cuts and that balances out a lot of it.
Bravery is legendary.
Very smart, very smart. We're going to grab 3 units of spearmen. We're going to walk over the border with them.
For light!
I think I can win this. The numbers are a bit off. Usually I'd want to have a few more of our horsemen, but I think I can do this. 22,000! Oh my god! As you saw before, what I like to do is sack a place, and then occupy the place, and then burn down everything, make a bit more gold from that, and then just leave them with a completely undeveloped town, or city, or whatever they've got left, while I make off with all the money.
Spearman!
We're gonna go on fast speed, come around here, while you guys walk over here. The only problem with these sort of setups is that it takes a very long time for ultimately a very, very, very small victory. But it does get an army out of the way, which means I can start taking small territories, which feels a lot nicer, without fear of reprisal. Let's slow down a bit. Get your breath back, boys. It's always funny seeing them try and react to being surrounded with only 1 unit. There we go. Gonna come in. We want to get that charge bonus. These 2 men. One of the nice things I like is that they used very a tactic that's often used, an ability that's often used in other Total Wars, but only given to particular units, in that they gave everyone expert charge defense, so that if your men are braced and ready for a charge, like, they will negate a charge, which it's a very clever way of using an ability that was already there to get the idea that you would have to code for with any other way. Slap them on, everyone. Oh, they're all at least surrounded. They've got horsemen just sort of meandering around in their lines as well. Oh dear, they just cut down another one. That's my blood! Poor son of a bitch. They are doing quite well though. They are very good soldiers. Oh, boy, it looks like he's got a dent in the side of his helmet. That's not good, right? There we go. Alright, clean up, boys. I also really love the recruitment system that they have here. Like, this whole idea of being able to recruit men instantly, but they start off really low numbers. That's really cool, because there's technically no mercenary function in this game. Because of how the wars used to be fought, of drafting people up. But at the same time, like, there is sort of a mercenary system there, but instead of it costing more money to recruit them, it's just that, like, you raise the army, and then, like, these are my mercenaries, because I'm going to disband them right now. I don't actually need them. I just want them for that one fight. And then they're gone again. There's no feud problems, because I'm not keeping them around. I'm taking forays as well. Hey! Recent occupations have uncovered ancient chronicles of long-forgotten Gaelic kingdoms. With a bit of translation, they clearly prove the ruling dynasty are directly descended from a legendary hero of the past. Who knew? The bards have spread word of our grand heritage all across the land. Excellent. Excellent. Favored by the odds. Nice. Very nice, actually. Wow. Gain from decisive victory when attacking a stronger target. Alright. You finished. You can actually loop up this way again. We're gonna recruit someone else at Lascona.
War is what we do best.
They can go... Oh, no, of course, there's... Ugh. Silly. That was a waste. I forgot that there's a rebel army just sitting on top of Thursa, so there's not much point there. And yeah, like, I do get that it does take like a long time to sort of get everyone prepared and ready and proper, but for the most part, like, a lot of these armies that we're making aren't particularly well prepared in the first place. Like, the idea of an army was more sort of just grab whatever civilians you've got around and push them around, and you've got an army. The actual military men were sort of... The line was a lot more blurred between what was military and what was civilian.
We will not fail you.
Alright, the Night Wolves. Are you ready?
Is what we do best.
No, not really. Merge them together. Let's see how many units we end up with.
For the glory of the Gales.
Alright. You're ready.
Start digging in here.
Let's grab what others we can. Namely, the axe. We really only need infantry units here. For siege.
Await
Break
new
camp.
orders.
And start moving.
The men are eager to get to it.
Meanwhile,
All ready
you guys can head up for Lotharn.
for the glory of the Gales.
And you guys...
No,
you guys can just hang out at the very edge. Right?
none shall stop.
Ah, no, actually, no. I was tempted to just hang them here so that they'd have to come and attack, and then they'd waste a turn instead of taking toughness, but toughness isn't worth it. Let's disband you again. Alright, I think everything else is in order. Let's grab another level of garrison for our home city. We're making no money from here. And we have no money making areas. I'll entertain. They've taken toughness. They've reduced their army by 2 men. Interesting choice. Wonder if it's a food issue. Toughness has been sacked. What settlement just got lost? Something in lands, not ours. That's not that important.
None shall
The
stand
Night
against
Wolves
us.
are ready to move out.
The victory! Get them now!
Excellent. Let's hold that for
Fear
a while.
us!
Soon they're going to have no places left that are large.
Go full
Take
on!
Lathan.
Immediately.
Occupy it.
Do it.
Or isn't a sack it, not anymore. Our governor is leveled up. We're going to grab him Forager. What's the top of Forager? Immune to snow. Scribe is Master of Construction time. Let's get a bit more money. 10 more gold. Nice. Coming up north instead. I'm just gonna lose another city.
Our
The Allies' tactical decisions are not that great in this one.
Now we're talking.
Well,
Never.
let's come down to the beach.
What we do best.
We'll lose Lathan. We'll take toughness. It's all gonna be good. And then get the run around again.
Show no mercy!
Now, how long are you going to hold?
Let's get it.
No, 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 no. I can't make any peace. You've only got 1 turn until your supplies run out. Okay. Guess who's starving? Let's upgrade into a Scone Abbey. The abbot's humble residence also encompasses the hallowed grounds of royal coronation. There is pretty much no corruption in Scone whatsoever. Everyone, like that, there is not a single thief in Scone. Ah, lovely. Oh, I just got a Terry Pratchett in joke. The Scone of Stone, because it's in Scone, the city. I'll explain to anyone who asks, but it's not worth explaining. The cold makes corpses. Ooh. Having been almost snuffed out by a band of armed thugs, this man is somewhat understandably afraid that history may repeat itself. Fothad has gotten scared of his own garrison building? What? Fothad? What is with you, sir? Let me have a look at you. He's a very generous, honest man. He's a national architect. He's a lesser? Oh, he owns property. Okay. He's a strategist, and he's very prepared to defend his home territory, but he's terrified of thugs. Absolutely terrified. I guess some of the garrison men must have gotten bored sitting around and just went around and roughed up some people, including the governor of all people. Okay. Oh dear. That's not good. Hey, training skirmishes are complete. Our archers and javelin men have an upgrade.
Bring me their heads!
So if we have a look at...
Men are eager to get to it. For the Morrigan!
Survivor, take Dolphinus again. If we look at our recruitment line, we now have... Yes! Very nice colours for our Highland archers there. Very good, very good. As well as our skirmishers are looking very pretty. Excellent. Tier 2 units. Good. Oh, that's actually... That building line is complete. Nice. We can build up our garrison in Monad. Good. Oh, I'm pretty content with thinning that turn, though.
Show no mercy.
How you boys doing?
Let's get it.
Yeah, under 0. You're out of supplies. Oh, your garrison force is not looking healthy. Good. Good, good, good. Starve them all. Let them all die. Oh, it's nearly 6 AM. There we go. So, we've taken the Thon! It only took 13. Oh, 13 of them. They've dropped the numbers again. Pretty soon the rebels are going to be
My
tougher than
abilities
them.
are growing.
More Vikings around the place. Governor's went up level. He's fine on loyalty. Let's get him Skype.
Kill them all.
Kill them all.
None shall stand against us.
Can't be done.
Now. Let's just go sit outside Lathon and wait for them to leave again. We should send out someone else to go take that territory up there. Down there, rather.
War is what we do best.
Followers of Morrigan can go take Dunmactane. Upgrade our garrison building again! Circenn shall be impenetrable. That's the way I like it. Enough buildings to completely support ourselves. Ha! 4 archers left, desperately trying to defend themselves. They went out on the attack, and they've been taken. We can liberate the trio again, but I don't want to. I want the major cities. Finally, they're coming down. Hey, our king's up another level. Our king is very funny.
Good and ready.
That's actually a trait he has. He's funny. Finally,
Our bravery is legendary.
it's time for us to move out
Warriors are
and bring the fight to the Thunderhammers.
Hear us.
We've spent long enough running around.
No.
They can head back to Buthon. I do not intend to fight them there. I don't have that for now. Yeah, Moreb! Melrishite is looking for a place.
You can count on us.
Let's start upgrading our men. Starting with these javelin men. So, the upgrade. The retraining, rather. From levy javelin men, just 2 javelin men. 1 melee skill. 2 armor. 2 morale. 3 accuracy. That's a pretty shit upgrade. That's okay. Let's get everyone... No, let's not get everyone retrained. Let's get our spearmen retrained. Upgraded, rather. With superior gear. And some of our axemen.
We can't.
We can't! Got a tiny food deficit. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Oh, alright. Catch you, man. Enjoy your hockey. And thanks again for following. Very kind of you. Helps me feel like I'm doing something good here. Yeah, let's pay him off.
Our every foe shall fall.
How far can they get? Not far enough. Good.
We will not fail you.
Just inch in. Try not to lose too many men.
Stay
We want to
tight
have
there.
quite an army when we get
Get some
against the enemy.
patrols out.
You boys don't give a shit about. Go take their territory. Leaves them with nothing left. These are their final 2 territories.
Immediately.
That's 1.
Oarsmen, ready to row.
And that's 2.
Immediately.
We could subjugate them. They would become our vassals. I don't know if that counts as a peace deal though, so we're gonna destroy the hell out of them. Nice, we've got a good collection of buildings now.